The throne hall, the inviolable inner sanctum of Greykeep. Here lies Nortender's seat of power, the seat from which her sovereign strikes accords and passes judgment. There is a certain hush to the cavernous hall and its many passages, as if the legacy of kings and queens fills the expanse with dignified certainty.
Now, will someone explain why we did not see this coming? You were supposed to monitor the Crescent for Tarth.
Again, as long as we don't know where the headquarters of the Crescent are, we can't monitor them. We can only tail the assassins who show up in public. If you're looking for someone to blame, maybe start with your Royal Army commander who betrayed you. If you hadn't punished him so harshly, he might not have played the petulant child and let the masked woman into the keep.
Maybe. Either way, it does not matter. If there is a silver lining to this incident, it is that it confirmed that the masked woman really is one of the corrupted.
Surprise, surprise.
We had to be certain. The question is, has your memory come back, Skadar? Were you able to identify the remaining two corrupted as well?
I think so. Partially, at least.
Partially?
Yes. The masked woman severed the connection before I could make out all the details. But I know that one is an Empyrean man on the border between Hallett and Windwall. The other in Windholm itself.
That doesn't tell us much. If we were to find another artifact with enough magical energy, could you search the tapestry again?
In theory, yes. Finding another artifact with sufficient energy, however, would take time. And with the Horde of Souls even more powerful now...
We would lose more time than we can afford.
Plenty of traders pass through Hallett, and I'm sure there are several Empyreans among them. How are we supposed to tell this man from them?
Your Majesty, could he be?
My thoughts as well. Recently, a courier delivered an anonymous letter whose author requested a private audience with you, General Aref. He threatened that there would be consequences if we did not meet his demands. At first, we dismissed this as nonsense, until we were made aware of the fact that this man, who happens to be from Imperia, leads a considerable army of mercenaries. And just recently, they crossed the border to the Hallett province.
Wait, someone sailed all the way over from Imperia with an army at his back just to talk to the general? Who is this man, and what by Ellen does he want from us?
That is a good question. I was hoping General Aref could shed some light on the matter.
I cross paths with a lot of people in Imperia. It could be anyone.
Well, then we need to find out.
What mercenary company are we dealing with?
According to our scout, they march under the banner of the Dust Devils.
Them? That's interesting.
How well equipped are we to handle these mercenaries if push comes to shove?
It depends. I doubt that by consequences, this man means that he'll send them right into a siege of the Greykeep walls. If I had to make a guess, I'd say that he'll most likely send them towards a smaller town to cause mayhem, and then disappear before our army has a chance to catch up.
Hit and run. They can do a lot of damage that way before the Royal Army can catch them.
Not to mention that our troops have enough battles to fight already. We have to avoid a battle at all costs.
What do you want me to do?
You will attend the meeting, find out what he wants, and dissuade him from this madness.
What? But what if it's a trap?
It is a risk we must take. Also, the Wolf Guard will observe the meeting from afar and intervene if necessary. The meeting is to take place in an abandoned mine in Hallett. We shall send a courier once you set out.
In Windholm. That must be Arrakis.
I had the same thought.
If it's him, he's definitely not aware of his corruption. My brother and the rebels have been monitoring him ever since his rise. He has never mentioned the God of Light.
As I said, that doesn't mean anything. The corrupted contribute to Jakku in all kinds of different ways. And if Arrakis' purpose in this was to simply cause chaos, then he succeeded.
Agreed. Besides, it is well past time we dealt with him. Hailstone, You said the rebels are ready to perform the coup?
Aye, but we'll still need your help.
You will get it. All that matters is that you neutralize High Hierophant Arrakis as swiftly as possible. Tell us your plan.
As you wish. Under General Aerev's command and carrying no banners, the Wolfguard travels to and lays siege to Windhelm. Arrakis will have no option but to send his troops out and confront us. While our armies clash, Malik and his people take up arms inside and blow up Arrakis's monument. Then, they use the ensuing confusion to deal with the remainder of the Windhelm Guard, proceed into the castle, and capture Arrakis and the higher-ups. Once we've won, we push on into the city and take out any resistance left.
I thought the Crown didn't want an open war. Even if we let the Company or the Blackstone rebels fight and the Wolfguard marches without a banner, won't Arrakis connect the dots and realize Northander is involved?
I hate to crush your deception fantasies, but he's probably figured that out already. A dark elven, dwarven, and human army the size of the Wolfguard doesn't appear out of nowhere.
Vertarth is right. When the coup works, it does not matter what Arrakis thinks or feels anymore, as he will be reflecting on his mistakes in a dungeon.
And if it fails?
We will not let it come to that.
There still hasn't been any word from the Circle Mage, right? Iskrim?
No, he's still on his expedition up north. The last time we heard from him was shortly before you arrived in Northander. It's a little ironic. He could have been a big help in the fight against Arrakis.
We'll manage without him.
What are you gonna do with Arrakis once we have him?
Like I told you, we throw him into a cell together with his bootlickers and then reinstate the prince and repair the damage.
Why blow up the monument?
To cause confusion. Also, Malik always had a weak spot for symbolism. And it doesn't get any more symbolic than this, does it?
I agree.
So we're sending the Wolfguard against the entire Bastion. Is that a fight we can win?
Well, I'll be honest, we're in for a tough time. But we can use the Windhelm caves to our advantage.
How so?
Because the caves are comparably narrow. They'll only be able to send a fraction of their forces to confront us. And once Malik has dealt with Arrakis and thus cut off the serpent's head, the Bastion will scatter like a flock of sheep without their shepherd.
Understood. I'll let you know when we march.
Music to my ears. And thank you, Your Majesty, for helping us.
It was necessary. Now, let us talk about the other matters.
Well, then we know what we have to do. We'll help the rebels overthrow Arrakis, and then meet this man from Imperia and deal with him somehow.
Correct. If we manage to take them out of the equation, then there is only the masked woman left to deal with. And we will find her. Vertarth. What about the Temple of Light? And that archaeologist the Crescent was after? Murkal?
Still no clue about the temple, but we traced Merkel's movements to Everlight. We're doing all we can to find and bring him here as soon as possible.
Good. In the meantime, let us do what we can. General Arev, I have faith in you. Stop the corrupted before it is too late.
General.
So long.
Tiara's light, General.
Hey, Kaiawu.
Hello.
Is something wrong?
I've been thinking. If we understood what we found in Old Halu correctly, the Hibernians knew that Shayogded was more than just a destroyer, and yet they kept it a secret.
It makes sense. If no one knows about Shayogdet's powers, then no one will be tempted to try to bring it into the world.
And yet, here we are. Jakku has come, all the same. I just keep wondering, would it have made a difference? If everyone knew about Shayogded, about its hold on reality, could we have prevented Jakku, or would we find ourselves exactly where we are now?
Maybe it would be different. Maybe the God of Light would never be able to choose its corrupted, but we'll never know for sure.
Yes, you're right. I see that look, General. I'll be fine. I just need some time to clear my head.
Do you want to get some fresh air? It might help.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go. And the others threw rocks at him until he was gone. My father returned to his tent without a word.
That's awful.
He was just a boy, hungry, lost. But no one else saw that. They only saw a thief, a dangerous outsider.
But you didn't. You see the potential for good in others. I like that about you.
You may be the only one who does. I'm glad, though. You know, I never told you, but when we met, I was in awe of you.
You were?
Yeah. You were this confident general, focused on action rather than contemplation. I'd never met anyone like you before. Well, we should really head back. Thanks for this. It helped a lot.
Yeah, Kaya will wait. I need to tell you, I care about you. A lot. I can't stand not knowing how you feel.
Erev, I can't say I don't think about you. You're an incredible guy, Erev. Traveling with you, being by your side.
I sense a butt coming.
You know the laws I'm bound to. If I fall for an outsider, I could be banished from my people.
I know. And I don't want you to abandon yourself. I want you to be sure about this. I just wanted you to know how I felt.
You don't know how much that means to me. I just need a little more time to think.
Time won't change the fact that I'm an outsider. If you're not sure now, I don't see how you ever could be.
I understand. I'm sorry, for what it's worth.
Yeah, me too. Let's just forget about this, okay? What's this? Let's see what's new. I can take care of that. What do we have here?
Take a look around, see what you like.
Well bargained.
Over here. Keep it up.
Ugh. Why is everything still spinning?
What do you think of the people who've joined us?
This again? All right. Who do you mean?
Kaiawu.
He reminds me a bit of my brother, questioning why things are the way they are. And I see the way he looks at you. I don't even think he knows it yet, or what to do about it.
We're just friends.
Uh-huh. Does he know that?
What about Catras?
I don't want to talk about him.
Why are you...
Look, he's a good guy, I guess. But don't tell him I said that.
I wanted to know more about you.
Me? Fancy that. All right, what do you want to know?
How did you become the leader of the Blackstone Rebels?
I'm not a leader. I represent the hundreds that oppose Arrakis and his bloody granite sons.
I saw the way the rebels look to you. Like it or not, they follow you and Malik.
Stones. To be honest, it just sort of happened. When Arrakis rose to power, we weren't trying to create a force to oppose him. We were just looking for others who believed we were better than old prejudices and shitting on the poor. When it turned out there were a lot of us, it became a question of what we could do, not just what we believed. Before I knew it, I was looking around and everyone was looking at me.
I thought you were an adventurer. Why are you so invested in a rebellion?
Does leaving your homeland mean you no longer care about it? Or the people you left behind? I wouldn't trade my travels for a sturdy life in Windhelm. Aye, that's true. But it sickens me to see us become something I know we're better than. So, if putting aside my own wants is what it takes to help my home fight a pestilence, then I'll do it. Gladly. What about you? Where do you consider home?
My home has always been Northander. No matter where I go, I always think of here.
Aye. Then you understand.
What do you hope the rebellion will accomplish?
You mean besides removing that madman from power? Well, reinstating the prince, for one, and cleaning house of some of the old advisors who opened the doors for Arrakis.
That'll be something you decide?
No, not me. Ultimately, it'll be up to the prince. From what I hear, he's a smart lad. He won't ignore the wants of his people, the same people who rose up to defend his throne.
Sounds like you're just restoring the status quo. Wasn't that what allowed someone like Arrakis to rise up in the first place?
I disagree. Arrakis took advantage of King Rorik's death. That won't happen again. Once there's stability on the throne, the prince can figure out how to improve the lives of his people.
Why do you think they look to you?
Well, Stones. I asked myself the same question.
For what it's worth, I think you're doing a good job.
Really? It's hard to tell sometimes.
Really? So, when you're not overthrowing tyrannies or traveling the world, do you spend time with anyone special?
Stones, I see where this is going. No, General, there's no dear lad waiting for me somewhere.
Will you ever settle down?
Aye, I'd like to, someday. Just not right now.
That's all I wanted to know. See you later, Rara.
See ya.
Interesting.
General, come for a chat?
I'll be going.
So long.
Ah, Erev. Do you have a second? There's something I wanted to talk about.
Sure. What is it?
I'll tell you, but not here. Come. All right, this is better. So, I've been thinking.
About what?
Remember that first conversation we had right after the village in La? I told you that sinners don't deserve absolution, that they'll be marked for the rest of their lives.
I do?
Well, I've reconsidered. Absolution exists, but we need to earn it.
How?
By overcoming our vices. If you acted out of arrogance, be selfless. If you were greedy, be generous. I know it sounds trite, but it's the only way to remotely make up for what you did. Wallowing in your misery and self-loathing won't help anyone. Not the dead and not the living.
Does that mean you've forgiven yourself for what happened to your family?
Forgiven? No. Not yet. But maybe I will, one day. I was arrogant, self-absorbed, and put my work above everything else. And that cost Atros and Jerobi their lives. But from here on in, I'll be better. Every day, I'll be more of the man who, had he existed back then, wouldn't have let the Bloodburn take his family. This is how I can atone.
I'm happy to hear that.
I am too. See, Erev, the reason I'm telling you this is that I wouldn't be here without you. You've inspired me, probably without even realizing it.
Inspired you? How?
Simply because you kept going. You made a terrible mistake in Imperia, but you didn't give up on yourself. That's what you represent to me. The knowledge that we can overcome. It might not seem like much to a person who has never been through what we have, being responsible for such suffering. But I admire it. So I guess what I want to say is, thank you for being an excellent leader, an inspiration, and a good friend.
Well, the feeling's mutual.
Thanks, Erev. I need some time to clear my head now, all right? We will talk soon.
Yes, come closer. I'm sure I have just what you need. Good choice.
What's this?
Oh, General. Do you have a moment? I could use your help with something.
What do we have here?
Hey, need something?
You said you needed help with something.
Yes, I do. The vinculum we recovered in Calibrog. How much do you really know about it?
To be honest, not much. Why do you ask?
Well, you saw what it could do. Revealing other realities, bringing objects from one reality into another. But I think it can do more. Rather, I think I can focus its energy to be more specific in what it reveals. With your help, I'd like to test it out.
What do you mean by more specific? What are you hoping to see?
Well, if I'm to test this, I figure it's best to focus it on myself. Mostly I just want to see if it will work. But I will admit, I am curious. Don't you want to know what another you might be up to?
It would be interesting to see how things are different.
Exactly. For the first time, we might actually have the means to know.
Why do you need my help for this?
Because I don't know what will happen when we try to look at other realities. I figure it's better to be cautious, rather than try this on my own.
How do we test your theory?
Well, I've identified several places we might be able to activate the device. If it works, we should be able to see something.
Okay, we'll check it out the next time we're out there.
Thanks, General.
I'll see you around, and stay safe.
You too.
Yes?
After you. Need something? Quite an exchange. Of course, take a look. You have yourself a deal. Are you sure?
You again?
I have what you asked for.
Grand. Wait here. Here you go.
This will be useful. Thanks.
No refunds, no returns, just so we're clear. Good day.
Can you craft anything else?
That I can. But it'll cost you. I need materials if I'm to do the work. Here, I've written it down. Come back when you have what I need.
Amidst the crumbling stone, traveling merchants take shelter from passing storms. Young lovers find refuge in the shadows, and the occasional scholar marvels at a history forgotten. The ruins have seen it all, and yet each moves on, drawn away to their next destination, or perhaps wary of the unease that seems to permeate the stones themselves.
General, did you notice we haven't passed a single person for the last few hours? Something's odd here.
You're right. Keep your guard up and let's look around.
Sounds like a plan.
So it must be.
Here we go.
All right, I'm intrigued.
Interesting.
Sure.
Do we always have to run?
All right.
Present!
What the bloody hell are they doing here?
They are fools to challenge us. Consider it done.
What's this?
This better be good. Really? Lead on, then.
Bandits!
Easy.
There's bound to be more!
Take them out!
One serving of death coming right up.
Move in.
Try to keep up.
Get ready.
Is that the best you can do? No one lives forever.
Pathetic! They're not getting away.
Let me see.
So it must be.
Right.
Fair enough. Let's do this. All right, here goes nothing.
They are fools to challenge us.
Attack!
Ooh, let me at him.
Get ready.
This way.
Sure.
Why not?
Yes. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
By the Guardians! A treant!
They're trying to siphon it, General.
Stop them! Quick!
Ooh, great minds think alike.
This is it.
Here we go. All right.
Let's be
That's
quick.
nothing. That way?
Lead on, then.
Stay close. Over here.
Do we always have to run?
Get ready!
Go ahead. What do we have here?
Pity.
We had no choice. But at least we stopped the Crescent.
Keep it up.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Sure.
You'll find just what you need.
Oh, that'll do.
Are you sure?
Try to keep up.
That way? Sounds like a plan.
After you. Right.
All right, I'm going.
You want it? I got it. Pleasure doing business. Of course, take a look. You have yourself a deal.
Huh.
Got it.
Interesting.
Farewell.
Oh,
You
you're
got
an
it.
adventurer, aren't you? Come, take a look.
I'm sure
Yes,
I've got
I'm on
something that might spark your interest. You know how to bargain, don't you? Yes, yes, come closer. I'm sure I have just what you need.
You again?
I have what you asked for.
Grand. Wait here. Here you go.
This will be useful. Thanks.
No refunds, no returns, just so we're clear. Good day.
I'll be going.
See ya.
Serving as the nexus of all the major roads through Nortender, the crossroads were imagined as more than just a joining point. Every trader, noble, ambassador, and traveler must pass through this area, and none can ignore the silent behemoth that looms in the distance. Greyfell. The majesty of the city overwhelms and inspires, providing a humbling ritual for all who traverse the region.
Uh-huh.
This way.
Sure.
This is one of the spots I marked to test my theory. We should be able to use the vinculum here. Look out!
What is that thing?
Kill it!
Kana, Chedrick, come inside and wash up for supper.
But Mama, we're collecting mushrooms.
Ask your father to show you which ones to collect when he returns.
Ah.
He'll be back any moment. Come on, inside. That was unexpected.
I'll say. Seemed like someone was domesticated.
You looked content.
I looked tired. Come on, let's find another spot to test the device.
Yes.
Out of the way.
This is one of the spots I marked to test my theory. We should be able to use the vinculum here. Look out!
What is that thing?
Kill it!
Gather the other novitiates. I want them to bear witness.
Priestess Elasiel, please reconsider. She's young, but from a good family.
And she was foolish. She proved herself unworthy of priesthood. Now get the others.
As you say.
Helen's reigns. I never left Finn and Mir.
Such a cruel mistress.
So I'm guessing you became a priestess.
Looked like it. That didn't even seem like me.
Well, if you never left Finn and Mir, you would be a totally different person.
I guess you're right. Come on, let's find another spot to test the device.
After you.
Interesting. Keep it up.
This is one of the spots I marked to test my theory. We should be able to use the vinculum here. Look out!
What is that thing?
Kill it! This ends now!
No, please. You don't understand. I was part of the circle.
Yeah, right. And I'm the Emperor's secret lover. Now get out of here.
Please. Can't you spare something? Anything?
I said get lost.
Whoa. The other me was having a rough time.
That's putting it mildly. Looks like you left the circle.
I recognize those streets. It was in the marketplace in Imperia. But why did you leave?
I have no idea. Guess it didn't turn out well, though. Come on, let's find another spot to test the device.
So much to do.
What do you fancy?
That way?
This is one of the spots I marked to test my theory. We should be able to use the vinculum here.
Kill the factor!
Look out!
What is that thing?
Kill it!
Do it already.
Iria Elathio, you were found guilty of the crimes of magic and are sentenced to death by the pike. Do you have any final words?
Choke on your laws.
May the light have mercy on your soul.
Ouch.
That didn't end so well.
I guess not all other realities are good ones.
Yeah. I must not have been let out of prison with Tahar.
Or maybe Tahar didn't even exist in that reality.
Who knows? Either way, dead end there. Okay, maybe if we look around more.
Aria, come on. What is this really about?
What do you mean? It's like I said before, for magical research.
We both know that's not the whole truth.
This is an area of magic hardly ever explored. I'm only trying to...
Aria.
Fine. Yes. I was trying to see what my life was like in another reality.
Why? Aren't you content with your life now?
I am. I don't know. I guess I was hoping a path would reveal itself. Don't you ever think about how your choices define your life? Maybe that's all life really is. Choices and consequences, one after another. Till it's all over.
I think about that all the time. Some doors open, others close. Sometimes you make mistakes that you wish you could undo.
Exactly. I guess I was hoping that one of these realities was the best. Maybe I could find the right path.
And? Now that you've seen a few versions, what do you think?
They were all the same at their core. I saw the same thing. Regrets, longing for whatever comes next. None of it was better. It was just different.
What would you do if you had found the right path?
I don't really know. I guess try to emulate it?
You would really change your life over a vision? What if it was completely different from who you are now?
But if it truly was right, then how could I not change myself? Anyway, this is an academic question.
You define your own path. Right, wrong. It's the choices we make and how we deal with whatever comes our way that matters.
Maybe you're right. It's not comforting. But I guess it's good to know that there isn't just one right way to live your life. And, General, I want you to know. If these visions have taught me one thing, it's that I'm lucky to be where I am. If I hadn't left Finnenmere, or met Tahar, or even you, that person wouldn't be me.
You are who you are.
I guess so. Thanks for this. Let's go.